In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Hallelujah. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done.
Oh, for Christ's sakes, Paul, the man's not dead yet.
Don't use the Lord's name in vain. He could be listening to this conversation right now. But why would you care? You certainly going to hell anyway. I mean, look at you. With all the choices you made, I mean, crack, cocaine, PCP, marijuana. You certainly didn't have the Lord's best interest in mind.
Okay, don't you dare judge my character or who I am or the riches that I make. Jeez, I chose to become an atheist because you Jesus-loving freaks.
3 times! You took the Lord's name in vain 3 times! I'm gonna have to mark you down in the book, because when the Lord comes, he won't be happy about that. You are crazy.
Go ahead, tattle on me. See if I care.
Girl, let me pray for you. Just read this passage right here. The Lord loves you.
Quit bickering and stop acting like dogs. Now shut up and sit down.
Thanks for that, Mary. The baby was getting pretty jumpy from all the yelling and fighting. Looks like he's getting pretty hungry now. Is anybody willing to go out for a food run? I'd go myself, but I'm worried that if I move around too much, the baby might just pop right out of me.
Caroline, you just ate an hour ago. But I'll go on a food run. I could use the fresh air, and I've been dying for a cigarette.
Be nice to your cousin Jenna.
And as for you, Johnny, I was craving things with tuna, ice cream, sardines, and waffles. I gained nearly 30 pounds, but it was all worth it when I popped out that beautiful little one with joy. He's all smiles and giggles.
Mother, do you have any more eyeliner? See to run of mine.
Of course, sweetheart. I have an extra thing of black nail polish if you need that too. Johnny's going through a phase.
I heard that, Mother. And how many times have I asked you to call me by my new name? I am no longer Johnny. I am now Lord Undertaker of the Darkness. Worshiper of Satan. Dear Lord Almighty, he is possessed. Your son is a demon, Aunt Mary. Exorcism.
My baby's asleep. Stop it. Rosie, you've been awfully quiet. What's the matter, sweetheart?
Nothing. It's just that everyone's arguing about everything in this world, yet no one's paying any attention to the reason why we're all here. Why we've been here for the past week. How can you handle this so easily and lightly? I could barely think straight, and I feel like my heart's breaking away.
Now, don't you dare for a second think none of us care. We all love your father deeply and unconditionally, which is why we're all here. I don't know how I'm going to live without him. He has been the love of my life for the past 20 years, and I can't bear the thought of him gone, leaving me alone to be a single mother and raise both of you.
I have food. Oh, yeah. Guess I came back at a bad time.
No, you're not going anywhere with my cheeseburger. Take it here and smell it.
So, guys, how's the weather? Yeah, the weather.
Dark skies, gloomy, with ready blood.
That sounds delightful. Damn, hospital rooms are depressing.
You know what's even more depressing than hospital rooms? Funerals. Which is where we're all going to be pretty soon, and my father's going to be the one in the casket. I bet you're only here because you think he mentioned the will. Am I in the ballpark with that one?
Mary, you better control your daughter's mouth before I knock her teeth out. Just because your daddy's dying does not give you the right to treat me like shit.
Sorry, I'm just stressed. You know, this is my father. He was the one to take the training wheels off my first bike. He held my hand on the first day of school. And he was there for me when Bobby in the 4th grade broke up with me because he wanted to go out with Susie because she had scratch and sniff stickers. Even my first words were, Dad. I'm sorry I judged you.
It's okay. Now enough of this sentimental crap. Got an image to maintain. Stick in there, kiddo.
Oh, I love you too, Johnny. What did I tell you about Hans?
Sorry, I forgot you weren't to be touched, Mr. Dark Lord.
No, you're wrong. Either call me Lord Undertaker of the Darkness, or call me nothing.
Okay, nothing. Would you like anything? Nothing.
What a party pooper. What are you doing, Paul?
I'm just praying to God to protect Uncle Charlie's soul and to save him from dying. I'm sure God will answer my prayers.
I may not be the most religious one out there, but for argument's sake, what if he doesn't hear your prayers?
I am a devoted Christian. He has to hear my prayers. I go to church every Sunday. I volunteer at homeless shelters. I give to the needy. What else do I need to do to have one prayer answered?
I don't know if there's a handbook on being a Christian or...
Believe me, there is. I have all 5 volumes memorized like the back of my hand. So I'm sure there isn't an issue with that.
That's not the point. I'm sure God doesn't count the number of good deeds you do versus the number of bad things you do. I mean, that's Santa's job.
Oh.
I just think God does what needs to be done, and we can't change his decision.
The Lord has to answer my prayers.
No, he doesn't. I remember I used to pray every night that I would get a pony for my 5th birthday. I made sure I was nice to Johnny, and I would help Mom clean the dishes. But lo and behold, there was no pony.
That's completely different, though.
My point is that the Lord has his intention for my father. And if that means taking a soul to heaven, then so be it. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Oh, I love that song as a little girl. Helped me get through so much and reminded me that there was always a light at the end of the tunnel.
I know the screamo version of this song. It's pretty kick-ass if I say so myself.
What has this world come to? I really hope this is a phase.
Me too.
I'll make sure my baby is raised on good music. I've been playing AC/DC and Nirvana to her every night before we go to sleep. And she kicks to the beat.
So not only will this baby come out bearing a big mat, but they'll also be wearing tight leather pants. Definitely bring the video camera to record that.
Mother, what time is it? My bat watch stopped working and I'm pretty tired.
It's a little past 11, sweetie. We're staying at the hospital another night, so you should choose a spot you want to sleep in.
Oh! What can I say? It's a nice bed. Losers are the weepers, and finders keep.
It's finders, keepers, losers, weepers, by the way.
Well, no, boo.
Looks like I got the floor tonight.
I'll go put a mattress on the floor in the middle of the room then.
Rosie, don't do that. We may be poor, but we're not crackheads.
The job's approaching. Oh, we're gonna need to hurry up to lift the bunker. Woman, touch our man.
Hey, do not touch me! You smell like dirty socks and stale Cheetos, and I just washed this shirt.
Yeah, chill, man. Hey, who are you? We're not planning on the battle on the home front, dude. We're in a hospital room. And I'm pretty sure there ain't jobs coming for us anytime soon.
Security, that's a drunken homeless pervert here!
Now say that you're sorry.
Sorry, sir.
Is he?
Okay, I never thought it'd ever come down to this, but this is your Uncle Bert, Johnny. He's your father's older brother.
But you said Dad was only child.
I lied. There are a lot of things about your father you don't know about. Like this one. We were in bed and we were at a funky town and then he...
And this is where the story ends. It was embarrassing enough when you casually discuss how you conceived me for my first girlfriend last year.
A girl deserves to know where her man has been, Johnny.
Pretty sure the female reproductive system should be on this list. Just know. Anyway, who's Bert?
Your Uncle Bert suffers from Alzheimer's and isn't exactly all there. But I called him in because your father's in doing well, and I decided a family reunion was necessary. I didn't know he was this bad. We needed Bert here because despite his condition, he's still family. We needed to call the family in to discuss Charlie.
What do you mean discuss Charlie?
We're gonna talk. Got to bunker.
Sweetheart, your father's dying and there's nothing we can do about it. All we could do is sit here and wait.
Wait until what? He drops dead? Why can't we do anything? We have to do something. Give him more medicine. Give him Brad's bandage. Rub his tummy. Sing him songs. Do something.
Sometimes medicine just won't cut it, sweetie. His soul is in the Lord's hands now.
Uncle Charlie has to get better. I know him. He's a good person. He doesn't deserve this kind of fate. I'm a horrible person who's done horrible things, and I'm perfectly healthy. Don't you guys find anything wrong with that? Oh, how can you believe in the Lord if he's this cruel?
I don't question what the Lord does, and I know Uncle Charlie's going to heaven.
You know what I just realized? No one ever told me how Dad got into the hospital bed in the first place. The only thing you said was he was messed up pretty badly, and left it at that.
Yeah, Mom. You didn't tell me either. What gives?
Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, kids. I'll tell you the story. Your father decided to go for a walk at the park at night to get some exercise. Then a group of unidentified men came up from behind him and decided to beat him with baseball bats until he was knocked unconscious. Then they kicked him and cracked a few of his ribs. Then they threw dirt over him and walked away as if nothing ever happened. That's what happened. Now you see why I didn't want to tell you the ugly truth.
You didn't tell me this either, Mary. You told me he was in a car accident after donating food to the church. In the back of my mind, I knew you were lying, because the Lord wouldn't do that when a good deed was performed.
She told me the same thing. Aunt Mary, why would you lie to us? We're your family. We deserve to know what happened. We would have searched the entire state for those bastards if we'd known. That's what family does.
I didn't want to upset you guys more than you were, so I thought a car accident story sounded a tad bit better than him being beaten by savages.
My name is John Lingling of Julesdorf, Frogenheimer of Frexer. Right?
But you can call me Joe.
I think it's finally time to call Mr. Springer. I'm sure he has an opening in the show. Anyone have his number?
I can't believe this. This is awful. We have to do something.
We did, but there was no evidence left at the scene. The police arrived on my doorstep late that night and knew what happened while the kids were sleeping. I sat on my couch all night staring at the wall. It seemed surreal. This couldn't be happening. Not my family, not my husband.
Such sick people today. When the baby's ready to come out, I think I'll squeeze my legs together so that she can't. In my belly, at least she'll be safe from the dangers of this world. The most she'll have to worry about is if I ate a bad burrito.
So, as you all know, a will was written by Charlie just in case anything like this ever took place. Of course, we never anticipated anything like this ever occurring so early on in his life, but despite that, we were still prepared.
So you're saying Dad left us stuff?
Kind of. His will states that all of his belongings were left his family and will be distributed amongst them. And technically, his family consists of everybody in this room.
So you're saying that all of his belongings and possessions now belong to us?
Yes, we just had to decide who goes to who and...
I call this collection of briefs. They're so soft, yet still have an elastic feel to them to make your buttocks feel firm and squishy.
Johnny, how dare you claim your father's possessions? And if anything, like all of them, they make me feel powerful.
So then how are we supposed to decide who gets his things? What are we gonna do? Draw straws or something? Or pick names out of a hat?
I don't know. I honestly don't even want to discuss this.
Oh, that reminds me. You guys borrowed my lawnmower a few years ago.
I'm almost positive it's our lawnmower. Thank you very much. And if you were so concerned in mowing your lawn, I doubt you would wait 3 years to cut your grass.
And I'm almost positive it's my lawnmower, and Charlie would want me to have it anyway. Thank you very much.
Charlie is not dead yet, and we're not having a lawnmower.
If you can have it, can I have it?
Wait a minute. That lawnmower is mine. I lent it to Paul a few years back, and it was never returned. It's mine.
No, it's my lawnmower. Sorry, I just want to be part of the conversation.
I don't think Dad wants us fighting over his stuff. We should make this fair. Everyone should play an honest game of rock, paper, scissors to see who wins the lawnmower.
That seems...
Awesome. Let's chance this. You ready, baby?
Fine, we'll play.
Rock, paper, scissors, say, shoot!
Paper,
Rock!
scissors, rock.
Wait, no one wins. This game sucks. But in the case of a tie, the prize will be equally divided into 3 parts.
I call the front part.
We are not putting up the lawnmower. Wait, why are you even arguing for such petty matters? We have bigger issues to discuss.
What would be bigger than discussing the rightful owner of the lawnmower? Me, hallelujah!
For one, Charlie's funeral arrangements. Those things cost money, and a lot of it. And that's the one thing Charlie didn't plan out. We set no money aside. Does anybody want to make a donation?
I wish I had money, but I barely have enough to fend for myself. I go to Costco every night to wait in line for samples. I have a collection of toothpicks from all the wedges of cheese they give to me.
I don't have anything either, Mary. I donate at the church every Sunday, so I don't have any extra money. I didn't even eat breakfast this morning. That's how bad my financial situation is.
Liar. I saw you eating a Baconator with cheese fries in the parking lot. I followed the scent and found you. My baby was telling me right then and there to use my mommy martial arts moves on you.
What about you then? I'm sure you have extra money since you live by yourself.
Correction, there are 2 people living in my household, and one of them just so happens to live in my belly.
That's just like the serial killer I read about.
I wouldn't be talking if I were you, Mr. Lord Underslayer of the Dark World.
For the last time.
It's Lord Undertaker of the Darkness.
So, since we're all broke, I wonder if Bert has anything.
I wouldn't bother trying. In his mind, he's still fighting this Vietnam War.
Trying won't hurt. Hey there, buddy. You hungry? The enemies have subsided, and the captain says it's time to go to the mess hall. Lieutenant?
Banana nut muffins.
Good, yes. Banana nut muffins. We can go to the cafeteria mess hall to discuss military tactics on invading the northern walls of the enemy's border. Let's go.
Yes, Captain, we need to discuss our defense mechanism to protect our southern borders. I do suppose I'm hungry.
Perfect. Let's eat. All right. Let's go. I'll be back.
I don't trust Jenna. She's no good. She haven't talked to Charlie in years, and now all of a sudden she's entered his life when he's dying. That seems a bit sketchy to me. Don't you guys agree?
I actually like Jenna.
Oh, come on.
She's not afraid to speak her mind. I was actually thinking about making her my baby's godmother. She's a good person deep down. She's just made a few bad choices and gone down the wrong roads.
I agree with Caroline. She's a good kid, Paul. You just need to ignore her past and accept her for who she is. You're basing your opinion on her looks not character.
which is plain the only thing to do. I'm pretty sure the Ten Commandments states to love thy neighbor or something.
Whatever, but don't come crying to me when you find out that your house was robbed by some lowlife that are probably associated with Jenna.
Stop saying all that stuff about Jenna. I'm sure you're not a saint yourself. In fact, I'm pretty sure the other night I saw you taking money from my mother's wallet to buy a candy bar from the vending machine.
I only took $1 though. Sorry.
I'm back. What'd I miss?
Wow. Paul said that you...
That was an amazing person. Hallelujah. Thank you very much.
So, anyways, I got Bert to talk. However, it wasn't easy being an army general, but despite that, I think I did pretty swell. So he lives in Maine. He has a cat named Ignore. And he prefers reading Reader's Digest while sipping on tea to seem more intellectual.
How is that going to help at all?
Did I mention he owned a multi-million-dollar shoe company in South Carolina back in the day? He didn't spend any of it either. We're set for life.
He isn't right to use his money when he doesn't even realize what he's doing.
Oh, you wouldn't mind, Bertie, would you?
Now that's just wrong, Jenna. He's your uncle.
Sometimes in life you have to make a few sacrifices to get what you want. Plus, this will just make the Jerry Springer episode juicier for the viewers. I'm doing this for the greater good of America.
I don't know how to react to this entire situation.
Believe me, you're not the only one.
Do you guys agree with me yet?
Anyway, what are we going to do? Now that we found out that he's a multi-millionaire, with his money, we don't have to worry about hospital bills or the amount of money this funeral is going to run us. Everything will be smooth sailing from here. Rosie, you were definitely ahead of your years. When I was your age, the most I was worrying about was how to get bubble gum out of my hair. I have a feeling you're going to be very successful one day.
What about me?
Although this goes against my morals and principles, I think that maybe Bert can lend us money, until we're able to pay him back. That seems fair, right?
Bertie, remember that pretty little bank account you were telling me about? I always want to know what they look like on the inside.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Don't judge me, Soviet.
Soviet!
Time to go, Bertie. Say bye-bye.
God does God.
Close enough. Okay, all right. We'll find his way out eventually.
Now that the money issue is solved, it's time for the biggest issue of them all. Who's going to pull the plug?
What do you mean, pull the plug? Dad's in a bathtub that needs to be drained. He's a human being. You really need to work on the way you phrase things.
Rosie, now is not the time to argue, okay? Your father's gonna die and right now he's suffering. I don't want him to leave us, but we're doing this for the sake of him. He isn't able to speak up about the pain he's enduring, so I'll be his voice. The doctors asked me when we're planning to pull the plug, and I plan on giving them an answer by the end of the night.
Wow. This has to be one of the hardest decisions I've ever made in my entire life.
This is sick. I feel like we decided to put down a stray puppy or something.
As much as I worship God, I don't like playing the role of God. Do you realize how serious this is, Mary? You're deciding whether he lives or dies. You're choosing when he dies. You are ultimately God.
I know, Paul, but we don't have much of a choice in the matter. I don't want him to suffer anymore, and I just want all of this to be over. You have no idea how much I want him to wake up, get out of bed, and walk away from this like nothing ever happened, but that doesn't seem to be the case. This is what we're given now, and we must deal with it.
How are we supposed to decide something like this?
Rock, paper, scissors?
I haven't the slightest clue. Is anyone volunteering to do this? I haven't got the heart to. Okay, we'll decide this later. In the meantime, Tony, don't you have homework to do?
About that. I'm deciding to drop out of school and becoming a vampire. Sure, there are slayers out there like Buffy, but I've watched her movies long enough to know her weaknesses.
You could be like Edward Cullen and sparkle in the light and defeat the werewolves and marry Bella and fight them.
No.
Suck the fun out of everything that goes on. Are you happy?
Life goal completes. I'm ecstatic.
Caroline, are you hungry? You're usually eating every time I turn around.
Oh, I'm perfectly fine. The baby isn't hungry because he's preoccupied with kicking, and my hunger has been subsided by these wretched cramps that I'm getting like every half hour. Baby must be getting its revenge for that enchilada with maple syrup I had a few hours ago. I knew it would be a bad idea, but oh, it tastes.
Oh my God, Caroline.
What? You not like enchiladas either?
No! You're in labor and you're contracting. Your baby is coming.
Oh no! That's not good. I was planning on squeezing in a few more mommy martial arts sessions. I told you I wasn't ready for this baby. I must hold it in!
This isn't like holding it in when you have to go to the bathroom and all the bathrooms in the store are dirty, Caroline. This is like having a baby. A living thing is going to come out of your hoo-ha, and putting your legs together is going to stop it.
Oh no!
Paul, go get a wheelchair or a nurse or something.
I'm gonna be an aunt! Aunt Rosie. I like the sound of that. It has a ring to it, don't you think?
I think Uncle Johnny sounds better if you ask me.
Ah, they're back! Oh my God, these are worse than the first two! Oh my God!
If you speak to my stomach, it's already supposed to be how much it hurts. I'm never gonna have a baby.
Paul, get ice cubes. I don't know.
I feel slightly better now. It's weird. I think I just peed myself. That's disgusting. I think I'll get some ice cubes or something to clean it up. Do you not use Google at all? Don't you know when you're in labor? It scares me that you're so knowledgeable. Oh, they're back! Oh my God, baby! Stop it! Somebody get this thing out of me! Oh my God!
Now you want it out?
I couldn't find a wheelchair, but I'm here. Caroline, hop in. Let's take this bad boy for a spin.
Then number 4.
Mom, what are we gonna do about Dad?
Right. Attempt number 2. You have to decide if you're going to pull the plug on your father.
Did I miss anything important? The doctors admitted Caroline, she's ready to push out the baby. Then they started talking about crowning and dilation, so I left before it got too graphic.
Mom was talking about pulling the plug again.
I'm still with the idea on rock, paper, scissors.
Okay,
So I've been thinking about this, and I realized I wouldn't be capable of doing that to Charlie. Johnny and Rosie are way too young to do anything like this, and they'd most likely regret it when they get older. Oh, and having them believe that they were responsible for their father's death. I don't want to put that burden on Jenna's shoulders because she cared for him so much. I decided that the best person to do it would be you, Paul. You're closely affiliated with the big guns upstairs. Maybe if you pull the plug, God realize that Charlie's a decent guy, such a religious being like yourself is involved with him.
I don't think that's such a grand idea, Mary.
Why not? You follow the Bible more closely than anybody I've ever encountered. You volunteer your time feeding the homeless, you donate to children in need, you help out at fundraisers, you read to the blind, you spend your time talking with cancer-stricken patients, and you do anything to help out a person in need. I think you're as close to a saint as anybody will ever see. I swear, if I gave you a set of wings, people would think you're an angel. And I mean that, with all my heart.
Mary, I can't.
Paul, please do it. I know we haven't always seen eye to eye, and I know these past few days have brought out the worst in us, but even I think you should do it. I know I always complain that you're a Jesus freak, but I agree with everything that Mary just said. Secretly, I want to be as innocent as you are. If anyone deserves to do this, it's you.
I can't do it. Just stop pressuring me.
Paul, darling, why can't you?
You want to know why I can't pull the plug on dear old Charlie? You really want to know why? Haven't any of you noticed this whole time I've been praying? You want to know why? It's because I'm the reason why Charlie's in the hospital in the first place.
What do you mean?
Well, remember that night Charlie went for a run in the park? Well, I was there too, playing ball with some buddies from church. We decided it was boys' night out, so we knocked back a few drinks.
I don't understand. How does this relate?
What are you getting at?
Paul.
I saw Charlie in the park that night, and he was with someone, a man. So I told my buddies that was my uncle, so we decided to follow him, hoping to surprise him. So we followed him as silently as possible by hiding by the bushes. Then Uncle Charlie and the man went by a tree. And what happened next made me sick to my stomach. The man was kissing Charlie, and Charlie was kissing him back. Then the man went to take off his pants, and that's when I hopped out the bush before anything happened. I had to save Charlie from this gay guy. I mean, he must have been in danger or something. The Lord shuns homosexuality, and I had to save Charlie.
So what did you do to my father?
As soon as I jumped out of the bushes with my buddies, Uncle Charlie's friend ran as fast as he could. We didn't agree with what he was doing. That homosexual must have brainwashed him or something. So we decided to beat some sense into him. My daddy beat some sense into me, and I turned out just fine. So I took the first hit, and he fell to the ground with a thud. Then a friend took another hit, then another hit. And before you know it was like a Mexican fiesta, and Charlie was the pinata. Charlie was crying and begging for us to stop, but I didn't help him. He even looked at me and cried out my name. I told him to stop, and they was hitting him too hard. They wouldn't listen. I just looked them in the eye and walked away to leave my buddies to finish up the job.
How dare you? You ungrateful piece of trash! My family has been nothing but kind to you, and this is how you repay us? I thought so highly of you, and I was so fond of you. I told my children to strive to be like you because you were such an amazing person. I didn't know you were such a lowlife who got off on innocent, hurting people. Always wanted to do this.
I'm not normally a fan of this, and I don't know what to do in these type of situations, so... Group hug!
Horrible world.
Hey guys. No biggie.
Hey, little guy. Welcome to this big, ugly world. I think you can face it.
Oh, Caroline. Isn't he precious? He's perfect. He looks just like you too.
He's so tiny. I want to bring him to school for show and tell.
He could be my princess. Can you imagine? 2 dark lords of the underworld? Have been there!
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I wouldn't count on that. But anyway, on a more serious note, I heard about the argument that went on in here. The nurses came into my room while I was pushing the baby out, and they told me about it. And I want to say my goodbyes to Uncle Charlie.
I agree with Caroline. As much as I don't want to do this, it's time. Charlie, words can't even begin to express how much you mean to me and how hard it is to say these words to you.
Darling, my sweet love, you are my other half, and I don't know how I'm going to live when you're gone. You've been a great father as well as a husband, and I'll always love you, no matter where you are or what you do.
Hey, Uncle Charlie. It's me, Jenna. You've inspired me to become a better person, and for that I thank you. I thank you for everything you've done for me and more. I always felt like you were my father, and I was your daughter. Well, see you on the other side one day.
Hey, Uncle Charlie. I love you, and we're gonna miss you. We decided what we're gonna name the baby, by the way. We're naming it Charlie. Hi, Dad. I just wanted to say that I love you, and you're the best daddy in the whole entire world, and I don't know what I'm gonna do when you're gone. I love you, Daddy.
Yeah.